Welcome back to part 2 of our conversation with designated drinker Talia Goldstein. She's the founder of 3 Day Rule. So if you've missed part 1, go back, belly up to that bar, and give it a listen first. We promise we'll save a seat right here for you. So, Talia, in part 1, you shared the journey into matchmaking just a little bit and gave us the idea of what 3 Day Rule is and how, if we have a friend, we might want to, sign them up. But we're hoping maybe you could spill a little tea maybe on some of the clients. Have you had some I know we got to keep it professional, but do you have any unusual matches or some matches that even surprised you could share with us?
So many of them actually surprised me. Often we're matching people who definitely would not have ended up together. So nothing too crazy, but I'll just give you one example. I had this woman who came to me and she was really preppy, wore pearls and really wanted a Jewish finance guy. That was her dream. But as I chatted with her further, I noticed that she really had more of an edge. And I had somebody at my office that I thought could be a good fit for her, but he was tatted up with long hair, definitely not what she asked for. But I had a conversation. I said, I have this guy. He's amazing. Let me tell you what your life will not be like. You will not be at the Four Seasons and, but you'll go to concerts and it'll be enjoyable. Are you open to it? And she was. Long story short, they're married now with the kid. And it all worked out. So we have a lot of stories like that where we're pairing people who definitely would not have met on their own and absolutely would have swiped left on an app.
See, the dating apps they're so hard. You just see people that's just like Instagram. It's like a reel. They're like, dude. Like, how could you know? How could you even?
In 1 second, they're swiping past their soulmate.
Yeah.
OMG, you could have swiped past your soulmate.
She's been at this for a minute. She's a professional, Gina.
No, not you.
No, Talia.
No, I know. I'm looking at you, just thinking all those people. I literally own a late night bar. Do you know how many people I see on the apps, on all kinds of apps? All kinds of fun, whatever kind of app you're into. Yeah. And then and then the girls or even guys sometimes in tears after someone they meet somebody and they thought it was the one, but it was on an app and you only texted and and then that's the one. How the fuck is that the one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're and of course I'm the worst. I'm like, what are you crying for? And they're like, well, we've been talking for 2 days. I'm like, 2 days? I'm like, my husband a year before I went on a date with him. And you know what I mean? I'm like literally, we got to know each other and all this. I was like, life is funny like that. You never know how you'll get it back.
But do you think it has something to do, Talia? Do you think it has to do with the fact that short attention spans, high expectations on anything unrealistic. Yeah, it's definitely unrealistic. You think it's just gonna if you try a little, you're gonna get that. It's that if I try a little, I should get a reward, right? I get a blue ribbon for showing up.
Are we talking about the workforce this year?
No, I just
about dating. What are we doing here?
I'm talking about today's culture.
Oh.
Is it the fact that it's that really short attention span, and to your point, high expectations with, high yield with very little effort. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a lot of upper management. I know.
What's that?
Sorry, Talia. Sorry.
No worries. I mean, it's definitely a combination, but that is one element where we live in this world with Amazon and Uber and everything happens really quickly. And so we think the same is going to happen in our relationships, where you just meet the person and that's your person. But relationships take time. They always have and they will. So it's not going to happen within 2 days of texting someone. Another problem is people are going on the dates, and if it's not perfect, they're moving on to the next person. Another person is one swipe away. So we're not actually spending enough time truly getting to know someone and giving them a fair shot. We're just moving right on to the next.
Yeah, it's that short attention span maybe. I don't know. I have a short attention span. You know what I'd like, Gina?
Oh, I can't imagine. Is it a cocktail?
It's a cocktail. See, Gina has invested a lot of time in this relationship. She understands my needs.
It's true. I am. And I'm also an enabler.
Yes, definitely. All right, let's go do this.
All right. So we're making a cocktail for a matchmaker, right? Something that's love, what's more loving. So I think that that you found true love when you literally can drink a cocktail eat something spicy, have a garlic pasta or something disgusting, eat Indian food, and both be able to tolerate each other, to kiss each other with that kind of bad breath. So this cocktail is everything that I read your bio where it says that you loved dirty martinis, right? Well, I thought nothing better. What says more love than being able to tolerate a kiss after you've both had a pickled martini? So here we go, right? This is an easy peasy cocktail. And yes, we're gonna shake a martini, and normally I wanna start, but we're adding pickle juice to it, so we definitely are going to do that, right? So we're gonna make a cocktail for 2 right now. So we're gonna add in 2 ounces of vodka, and I used Tito's in this one. You can use any vodka that you like. And then we're gonna use 1 ounce of vermouth, and I used Dolan Blanc. It's like just a really nice dry vermouth. One of my favorites for martini. So it's 2 parts vodka, 1 part vermouth. Do your math however you like. Now here comes the interesting part. Pick a pickle you like. Pick a pickle your lover likes. Pick a pickle that you want your lover to like, and maybe you'll like it together, okay? So we're gonna add in there, since we're doing 2 cocktails, we're gonna add 1 ounce of pickle juice for both. And I'm using Griot's pickles. You can use any pickle you want. I mean, find a nice kosher pickle, use a spicy pickle, use a wasabi pickle, I don't care. Just find something that you think is gonna be delicious, right? So we're gonna put in 1 ounce per drink. And then we're gonna put, well, here's the trick, right? So in case you don't know what this is, it's time, right? Well, everything takes time, right? Relationships, good cooking, cocktail recipes. So we're gonna put a little bit of thyme in there so you see that's inside of your drink. You're gonna put this on top, 3/4 full shaker tin, and now we're gonna shake. Okay. If you notice, I chilled your martini glasses. You know why? Because you have a nice cold cocktail, and you're not gonna put it in hot glasses. So make sure you chill your glasses before you serve a martini. So now we got this beautiful martini. We put thyme in it. We're gonna double strain this drink because you don't want things in your teeth. Now I said stinky breath. I didn't say stuff stuck in your teeth because that's disgusting, right? So we're gonna put our strainer on top. We're gonna double strain. And you're gonna leave a little bit of room in here for your pickle. One will be for the other side. And now, here it comes. Talia, 1 pickle or 2?
2.
I'll do a little cross section, if you will. Let's do 1 up and 1 down. Get it? There we go. And then we'll give Louise hers over here. And just because I'm such an over garnisher, we will do 1 of those. That looks silly. We'll do 2 of those. And we'll make it beautiful. And you have a little bouquet, a beautiful cocktail, and some pickles, and just delicious. So, cheers to stinky breath and a happy Valentine's Day. I love that you said you love dirty martinis. They're my fave.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to do something a little bit different because I always thought, what's better than, when you both have to eat the same thing, when you go out to dinner? Otherwise, it's just, why bother? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to say that I'm not going to give the pickle out of this cocktail. I've been waiting for this all day. I love dirty martinis.
I literally just ate one of the pickles on my way over. Isn't that so good?
Oh, it is good. It's so refreshing. It's like
doesn't taste like anything.
And what kind of pickles are in this? Are they in garlic?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm getting. The strong. Oh, it's so good.
But
and yeah, I could kill vampires now. With this garlic.
I mean, honestly, it's a balance. It's a really, I don't know, pickle juice makes a, and not your not the green pickle juice, right?
Yeah.
You want a fresh, refrigerated pickle, either from your local deli or or the refrigerated aisle in whatever grocery store you go to, not something from aisle 7 that hasn't seen the light of day in 15 years.
So since we're doing this, I want to make sure we remind everyone. So vermouth must be refrigerated, right?
So if you want another, that's an extra tip. No, if you're making anything with vermouth and you open up the bottle, you want to keep any of your fortified wines and vermouths and inside of your refrigerator. And also, they don't last forever, everybody. So
that was my next question. How long can you keep vermouth?
I mean, honestly, I would say probably A couple of months.
A couple of months.
Yeah, I wouldn't do more than that. Like, it just doesn't. Can you drink it? Sure. Does it have the same aromatics? No.
Yeah, I just did that. I made a dirty martini the other night, and I was like, oh, this isn't right.
Yeah, it gets like a weird tangy taste.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not bad. You're not gonna be sick from it.
No,
it's just
but
not the same. Most vermouths come in 375s, which is a half bottle.
Yeah.
And you can technically go through it in a few, in a month or so.
Yeah, it's so good though.
But if you're dating on 3-day rule and you're having people making them drinks, then maybe you're gonna go through that bottle faster.
So Talia, what do you think about drinking on the first dates? Do you thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you think about that? Like in a general statement.
Yes, I would say it's the perfect first date. If you do drink, just go have a drink with your partner, and that's it. No dinner, just one drink. See if you connect, and if you're curious to get to know more about the person, then you can set up a longer date the next time, like more of a dinner activity. But I think the perfect first date is like a cool vibe and a drink. If you don't drink, then you can still go to a cool bar and just have a coffee. But it's a little bit more about the vibe.
Gotcha.
I definitely do not recommend coffee dates. It's just too hard to have a romantic connection.
Well, and then you have really bad coffee breath, right? Like right off the bat, you've got bad breath. And now
that's not it. You just think about what a coffee place looks like. It's a bunch of people on their computers, and all you hear is that like click, 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 click. So it sounds like a bunch of squirrels like eating nuts. And then that's like where you want to meet the love of your life. You're like, oh my god, I love squirrels too. And they're like, what? So
maybe they're just a squirrel in the world trying to
get their nut.
Yeah. We're terrible. Before we go any further, and I forget, I can make you do your housekeeping. Where are they going to go get this cocktail recipe? That's amazing.
You're going to go to designateddrinker.show for the cocktail recipes and how-tos and what to buy and stuff. And then you can also follow us on Instagram at designateddrinker, and then you can see the tips with me, and then cute pictures of whatever Louise is putting up those days. I don't really know what she does.
I don't even do it anymore. So who knows what ends up there?
Sometimes there's raisins. I don't know. I'm just
Get
kidding.
Off the raisin.
I'll never let that raisin.
I know. Sorry, tell you inside joke about a bad Instagram post. But anyway, so
she's raising the bar.
So, like I said, like Gina said, you go to designateddrinker.show. If you go there, you can get all the tips and tricks. But you can also make sure that we have links to 3-day rule, so you can get a hold of Talia, and she can change your world. And if you can't even go to designateddrinker.show, don't worry, just go to your episode notes, scroll down, they'll be right there. We'll have hot links for you.
I have a question.
Do it.
Yeah.
Is this for everybody? Is this only heterosexual dating, or is it all dating?
All dating.
All dating.
All dating.
Talia, I swear we should just put this up in my bar.
Yes,
it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't even know how. So what do they do? They're gonna reach out to you online, and they're gonna fill out an online. What are they doing?
Yes, they fill out. Takes 2 minutes. It's really basic information, and anyone can sign up for free just to be in the network. You can choose to be a client and pay to work with a matchmaker, or you can just be in the network as a match for our clients. So nothing to lose. It doesn't cost you $1 to be in the network. But if you choose to become a client, then that's when you work with a matchmaker, and we pair you also with a coach. So you get a matchmaker, a coach. We do a photo shoot with you. It's a whole process and experience.
Do you touch up those photos? Because I feel like that's cheating.
It's cheating.
Gina,
you're right. No.
Just so you know, I touch up all of our pictures.
What? I know.
But of course, we're not trying to date anybody.
We are trying. We're trying to get more listeners to.
That's true.
Date
Always.
You. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Talia should do that. Maybe you should take on Designated Drinker as the listeners, and there's just matchmake. Just kidding.
Do you like cocktails? We all do.
Yeah. Do you
this show might be for you.
Do you like interesting people? Boozy banter.
All right, give us a free. Let's give us a free one tip that you would give to. You just met anybody, right? You're out there for the first time you're dating. What's the best advice you could give somebody? Just a freebie, like one little cute freebie tip.
I say just keep an open mind, and that your person's probably coming in a different package than you expect.
Oh.
So don't judge too quickly. Keep an open mind, an open heart, and just give the people you're on a date with a fair shot.
That's a huge statement, and I think in that it is more than just dating. I think you could apply that to all of your life. I mean, the truth is, keep an open mind. And it's amazing advice. You know, people come in different packages. Stay open and stop being so judgmental. Damn it! I think it's great.
Yes,
I love it.
Exactly.
So, since it is Valentine's Day, I have a few things that I want to know. I have 3 little questions I wonder if you would mind answering for our listeners. If you are newly dating, do you get somebody a Valentine's gift?
Good question.
It seems like a touchy thing.
I think you can get them something small if you have like an inside joke, like raisins or whatever, some sort of small thing.
You're getting raisins.
I'm Instagramming you raisins. Not Instagramming, Instacarting you.
Something funny or thoughtful, just something small. You definitely do not need to get somebody a big gift. In fact, it might make them uncomfortable if you just started dating.
Okay. Second one. What if you're dating somebody, but you know it's time to move on? Do you break up on Valentine's Day or before Valentine's Day?
Really tricky one. I would do it before Valentine's Day and let them go to a singles bar and meet someone else on Valentine's Day.
There you go. All right. And this one might apply to somebody else who's sitting at this table that might look a lot like me. What should somebody who's been in a long-term relationship, meaning they've been married since they were 12 years old?
Pretty much. Child bride. I'm looking at my child bride right here. We're not talking about me, folks.
Nope. How do you...
I'm going to spit my drink out.
So, what... On the long term, because
what do you do when you've been kidnapped by your spouse?
Blink 3 times. No. And somebody in the long term.
Somebody for saver.
Okay, let me try this again. Back on the rails. So somebody's been in a long term relationship. How do you? What kind of advice would you give them to keep Valentine's Day, a little spicy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. You definitely don't have to go to a fancy dinner on Valentine's Day. You can make cocktails like those pickle cocktails or do something like a little bit spicy and different on Valentine's, but it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can just be something cute that the two of you do at home.
See?
Like vacuuming Neil's comic book collection. It's so fucking annoying. Neil, that's what I want for Valentine's Day. Clean up the comic books.
That would be my husband's dream.
Yeah.
What, the comic books?
My husband's dream would be to do if I just cleaned the whole house. That is acts of service. He would love it more than anything.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Is he a Virgo? Because I'm a Virgo and I love it. And nothing makes me happier than when everything's completely organized and put away. That's it. That's the biggest turn on. I'm like, oh my God, the house is spotless. Yes. Oh my God.
He's a Cancer, but save. That's all he wants.
That's his love language?
Yes, acts of service for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
She married me.
Yeah.
I am a Cancer. All right. So it's up to you now.
I'm ready.
This is it.
Yes. All right. So in this day and age, obviously this day and age, in this time, if you will, everybody identifies themselves with some spirit animal, and your spirit animal might be a swan because they mate for life, and they know they will never, date again because when their spouse dies, right? Or they'll go to 3-day rule and then they'll meet somebody else and go to a different pond. Anyway, that dirty swan. If you could be one spirit ingredient you could identify with, whether it's for food or for beverage, what would that ingredient be and how does it define you?
Oh my gosh, what a good question. I mean, probably
you can use that on your dating app, just
What was that?
You can use that on your dating profile.
That is a
what
really good
spirit
question.
ingredient defines you?
I feel like I'm gonna go with tequila because
Love it.
it's always smooth and really makes you happy.
It does.
And you don't feel bad the next day.
100%.
Yes.
We are big fans of coffee and tequila and repeat. Coffee, tequila, repeat on Designated Drinker Show. 100%. Talia, when we make those shirts, I'm sending you one. Because that is literally it.
Oh, awesome.
Fabulous.
Well, Thank you for being such an amazing guest and, like, pushing forward lots of love and positivity. And let's hope that everyone finds, their other one or their under 5 or whatever they choose. I don't know.
I'm going to be pushing her at the bar and be like, so you're having a tough day here. Take this. Go just throw your name in the hat. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, thanks for such amazing guest. Cheers.
Cheers.
Aw,
Happy
cheers.
Valentine's Day.
Cheers.
The Designated Drinker Show is produced by Missing Link, a Latina-owned, strategy-driven, creatively fueled production co-op. From ideation to creation, we craft human connections through intelligent, engaging, and informative content. Also in the Missing Link lineup of podcasts is Roger That, a podcast dedicated to guiding you through the haze of dementia, led by skilled caregivers. Now, if you're looking for a whole new way to enjoy the theater, check out Between Acts, an immersive audio theater podcast experience. Each episode takes you on a spellbinding journey through the works of newfound playwrights, from dramas to comedies and everything in between. Find Missing Link's League of Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And while you're there, please don't forget to follow, download, and review the shows. Your reviews help our shows reach new audiences. To find out more about Missing Link, visit missinglink.company. That's missinglink.company.